Hello girlfriends and welcome to another episode of Tried and Tested. Today we'll be trying out some interesting gadgets and apps. So the Uta camera is a selfie app that allows you to give yourself flawless skin, bigger eyes, sharper nose, whiter teeth, la la la. But the impressive thing about this is that it can apply it to videos, like real time. So we're gonna try it out, put it on video, and then let's put some cosmetics. Eye makeup. So this is before, after. Whoa! Oh my goodness! I look like a completely different person! What is this? Can you see that? Does it look like it's moving around? Does it look real? Will it follow me? Does it glitch? Wow, this is crazy! My lens! Should we do colored lenses? Before? After? Oh my god! This is making me not like my face. This is so weird. Like, this is really scary actually. It also allows you to change physical features, like for example, how slim your face is, or like it can lift your face, it can make it shorter, it can change your hairline, and it does it so seamlessly, you know? Like if you didn't know, it would just look like you put a filter over, but you wouldn't know that you just like moved your eyes, put on contact lenses, and put on makeup in this entire app. As an app, this thing is impressive! That makeup one kind of looks like the Instagram story filter where they put makeup on you, but that one, when you move very fast or whatever, you can see the filter leave the face, so you're reminded that you're playing with this filter, right? For this, it's so seamless that it just looks like, oh, the lighting is great. So I don't know how you guys will feel about this, but I thought I'll just share it with you. Obviously the app didn't do this, is my own issue, but like it brought out this feeling of like, that does not look good without the filter. Do you know what I mean? And so the further it was from my original face, and every time I did the before after, like I truly felt a sense of like drawing away from my face, which I thought was a bit sad. I know we're supposed to like love ourselves and all that kind of stuff, but it's very difficult, and this kind of made me remember like how difficult it was. As an app, I think it's really effective. Personally, I think I would stay away from that. I don't want to sound preachy or anything, but there is a kind of like reminder of the standards of perfection. It just became like too real for me. So yeah, but overall as an app, if that's something that you're looking for, then it's very effective. So I mean, I would rate it an 8 because there is artificialness about it, but I feel like in terms of like the tracking and all that is very good. Here we have a silicone infused super sponge. This is supposed to use less products. It also expands when wet like a regular sponge, and it's also antibacterial because it has a silicone infused barrier which limits bacteria. This all sounds very promising because those are all the words I like to hear. It's glittery! This is the part of the sponge that is not coated, and this is the part of the sponge that is. It does feel like silicone, but at the same time, it's not, say, like completely smooth like silicone, and also not so thick and heavy. It feels like a very light silicone coating. So the way you're supposed to use this is you put it in water, and then you squeeze out the water through the bottom that is not coated, and then you start blending. Okay, so this half of my face, the foundation was applied using my fingers. Now I'm going to apply on the other side of my face using the super sponge. Because when I put it on, it actually does feel a bit like it's sticky, if that makes sense. Closer to that time we had that silicone pad, which I really liked. It moves the foundation out a little bit more than I remember the silicone blender doing. Like, but this one is like even better because of the softness of this silicone. And the shape of this, I think, gives you more control. It shears it out in the way that a sponge would, or like maybe a bit less than like a regular sponge would, because I feel like that silicone thing does kind of move the product a bit differently, but you don't get any kind of like streakiness or anything. So then now I'm supposed to use the bottom part of the sponge to kind of give it that nice finish that you would get from like a wet sponge. Oh, but the amount of foundation that I use is so little. Normally I would use a little bit more than that. I think even if I were using my fingers. Overall, I think this is pretty cool. I would give this like an 8 out of 10. This is a 3-in-1 travel razor, and it allows you to shave anytime, anywhere. So it comes with 2 razors, a shave bar, as well as a spray bottle. Alrighty, let's try this out. I am rubbing this shave bar onto the wet area. So I guess it's to create some kind of coating, like to protect the skin. Then out come the shaver. I feel like it's not really getting a very close shave. The good news is that it does leave my skin feeling quite moisturized after and quite smooth. I really don't need to rinse it or anything. And there's no burn or like discomfort whatsoever. It is a bit sticky lah. Not say a lot more than like a moisturizer kind of sticky. I must say I'm quite impressed. I was not expecting that. Okay, so I feel like if you were in a bit of a pickle, maybe you could pack like your razor, a moisturizer, but you would still have all those things kind of floating around in your bag. The great thing about this is that it's compact and it's like all in one. Okay, one thing I do have to say though is I feel like the packaging on this, right? Like the material feels a little bit cheap, but I'm really just nitpicking. But I think the idea is super cute. So I think I would give this 8.5 out of 10. Where would you be shaving though? On the bus? In the office? At your table? In the lift? This is a silicone invisible height lift heel pad. You wear this like a sock. You put your foot through here and then you put your sock over it and then you wear your shoes. So it's supposed to make you look taller. We've tried something like this before, but it was more like a lift. It kind of looked more like a door stopper. Okay, so fine, let's try this on. This is slightly more comfortable than I thought it was gonna be. Like that went on a lot easier than I thought it would. Oh, totally cannot see. It's really invisible. The material is actually quite cooling. I think the problem now, right, is that my shoes don't no longer fit. I tried to loosen the laces and everything, but it just really wouldn't go in. So I am going to just try walking around the room in my socks and this like invisible heel lift and see how it feels. It's not super uncomfortable, but I can feel like the tightness all around here, and I honestly cannot imagine like walking around the whole day with that around my foot. I feel like I'll be so uncomfortable. Sorry, I can't test it because I don't have the right shoes for it, so I'm not gonna rate it. I feel like it may work with some shoes, but not with others, so you may need to change your shoe collection if you really want to use this. This is the Ricky Skinny Mirror from Ricky Loves Ricky. It's very lightweight and looks very sleek and modern. And it comes with a bunch of accessories. This stand, 3x magnifying mirror, which is magnetic, so you can stick it on there. Phone clip, which is also magnetic, and you can put your phone here. You can rotate it like this. This is also customizable. As you can see, they sent it to us with our tried and tested logo. So pretty! The LED light, it has 5 stages of brightness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There is a Bluetooth function that will allow you to take photos with it. Oh, I guess in a way it's better, more balanced when it's like resting on the table, but I could also potentially do that there and also like turn on the timer. Actually, I kind of wish that this came with a remote because since it can pair with Bluetooth, I'll be able to go further away and do that. The LED mirrors that I have tried are usually like quite small. They're about this size. So like when I'm done with my makeup, then I have like 2 different colors. So like my face is one color and my neck is one color. Obviously it's not the mirror's fault lah, it's my own fault. But the thing is, I find that the size makes it difficult to kind of see like the overall pictures. And I think that this is what I like about the Ricky Skinny. And because the light is quite strong, from further away, it's quite easy to check out everything. Let's talk about price. So this is a $300 mirror, including shipping. So it is a pricey mirror. What's interesting about it is that it's really very sleek, and also the portability. It's so flat. And it's not cumbersome at all. It's easy for you to kind of bring around when you go on like a holiday or whatever. I feel like it's geared towards like influencers and content creators because I feel like it's your lighting plus a camera stand plus a mirror in a very compact form. If you're on the market for an LED mirror and you need one and you just want a mirror that has light, there are many different LED mirrors out there with different price points. Price aside, I feel like I would give this a 9. If you throw in the price, I really think it depends on what you need. If you need this whole setup together, then yeah, maybe that would be really worth it for you. So interestingly, Easehold also sent us an LED mirror, and this is the Bellow LED mirror. I love how it looks. It's really sleek and it's quite sturdy, and it's actually a nice size. Quite big, so you can really see a fuller picture. So it comes with a 10x magnifying mirror. It's also magnetic. And you can just stick it on here and it is really very magnifying. You can see so much. So the mirror comes with 3 different light settings, which is the warm, natural, and cool. And I really like that because you can test how your makeup looks under different light conditions. These raised dots, that's where all the buttons are. It's just like a sensor. The brightness control is actually not bad. It gives you quite a range and a lot of flexibility because it's on a dial as opposed to like a fixed setting. I think that's one of the selling points as well, that they use soft lighting that doesn't damage your eyes. This is is pretty solid and it's like $82. It's a pretty good deal. This is like a 9 out of 10 because it's great. It's got so many different light functions, which is wonderful. This is Tap, which is a wearable keyboard and mouse. So we're aware that this is not a beauty gadget, but we saw the video and thought it was so cool that we had to try it out. You put this on and then you tighten it because you want to get good contact there. It actually feels really nice. I find that it's really very well made. Alright, so this is something that you have to learn how to use. The website says that it will take you about 90 minutes to learn how to do everything. That is maybe for geniuses. It comes with this guide in the box. I could go through all of this and kind of do it in 90 minutes, definitely, but whether I can remember it fast enough to type out words and sentences after 90 minutes, I don't know. So the good thing about this is that they have come up with these apps that help you to learn how to type. So you have different finger movements for different letters and symbols. So in the video, it's like, no, I don't want this, la 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 la. But in real life, it's like A, E, I, O, U, U. So it's like I have to run through. It's like, you know, when you're trying to figure out which letter comes first, you go A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, Q, R, S, T. Okay, it kind of feels a bit like that. So because of the steep learning curve, I feel like this is not really for the casual user, but it could be very useful for specialized applications. For example, VR, where this could be used in place of like a physical keyboard. I noticed that they also had an app for low vision and blind users, so I think that this could also be an option for them. And also I found that the mouse was a little bit difficult to kind of use. But overall, I actually really love this idea. I feel like there are many possibilities for this. I feel like maybe a couple of generations after this could be really cool. For now, I would give this like maybe a 6 out of 10. The fact that I can't do it on as many surfaces as I would like, and then I have to learn all of this. This is a diatomite fast drying bathroom mat. They say that it's a mat, but actually it is made out of rock and it's supposed to absorb water and dry it off really fast. And one of the pluses about this is that it's truly non-slip. I actually expected it to be a lot heavier than this, but look, it kind of feels almost like really thick cardboard and not really like rough. I wouldn't say that it feels rough, but it feels textured. So now I'm going to wet my feet and put them on this mat and see how it goes. Yeah, it's absorbing. I mean, look, you know what? Why not just pour water on this? Okay, so for my feet, they were wet, and when I put it onto the mat, it very quickly absorbed everything. Okay, so the thing about these mats, right, they're supposed to be great because they're non-slip. But just now, when we were moving things around, I noticed this, which to me is slightly scary. So when you say non-slip, I feel like this is not really non-slip. So because of that, I think my rating for this would be like a 3? A 3. Yeah. Okay, we've come to the end of the episode. If you want to find out more about the products, where to get them from, you can go to our Tried and Tested Facebook page, or you can check out the links in the description box down below and you'll find all the information down there. If you've already subscribed to our channel, thank you very much. Now you just need to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified every time a new video comes out onto YouTube. Or you can just do it the easy way and download the Clicknetwork app and you'll be able to watch the videos before they come out onto YouTube. Alright, till next time. Mwah! Go be beautiful!